Hello, welcome over here. We are live. And I'm just going to be cooking live with you guys. We are actually going to be cooking four different recipes from my brand new cookbook. This is my cookbook. It has taken me almost 2 years to self-publish it and create it. And I'm just so excited. So this is kind of like, a little party we're having. But yeah, like I said, we're doing 4 different recipes. Today, the first recipe we're starting off with is stick of butter rice. So stick of butter rice has been around for quite some time. You can make it with chicken. You could add chicken to stick of butter rice to make it like a full dish. But I personally like making it as a side dish. So it's just a very easy recipe. So let me show you. This is what it looks like, the ingredients basically. They're minimal ingredients, so very easy to make. So what I'm going to do is I am going to throw the ingredients into the bowl. So you're just going to add in 1 cup of rice. You're also going to add in a can of French onion soup. Next, I am adding in a can of beef broth. And then you're going to stir this together. Like I said, I am kind of just celebrating the launch of my second cookbook right now. I am so excited about it. So this is my cookbook. I do want to show you a little bit, just show you some little pages. I guess my favorite pages, I should say. So one of my best friends, actually, Heather, this is her right here. She actually helped me create this book. She is a master book designer. She is a master book writer, photographer. Anyway, she's amazing. But so this is the kind of the content. So there's breakfast, sides and salads, dips, slow cooker, sheet pan meals, casseroles, one-pot dinners, meatless meals, sliders, and desserts. So there is a whole ton of different recipes in this book. There is actually over 150 recipes. And every single recipe has a high quality colored photo. And actually quite a few recipes in this book have multiple photos. So kind of step-by-step instructions, which will really help you while you're cooking. But yeah, here is what it looks like. I actually have a little deal going on right now with my cookbook. So if you look at my sales page, so I have my cookbook and I am actually signing every single book this coming week. So I don't do that often, but it's a little promotion, for right now. And with the cookbook and with it being signed, I'm actually giving you my favorite ingredient substitution chart. And it's kind of substitutions for ingredients that I frequently substitute myself. So this is a digital. So it's going to be a little digital copy that I'm going to be sending to you. But this is what it looks like. It's got proteins, baking essentials, oils, seasonings, just a whole bunch of different things. So you're not just getting the cookbook, you are also getting my substitution chart, just as a little bundle, and your book will be signed, as long as it says that books will still be signed on my site. And then you could get to my site in the description box of this video. But anyway, now that I am through stirring this together, this is kind of what it looks like. I know, not the most beautiful thing in the world right now, but don't worry, it tastes delicious. Anyway, grab an 8x8 baking dish. You could always double or half this recipe. You're going to spray it with nonstick spray and then just add it right into the baking dish. And like I said before, if you want to add chicken, you could add cubed chicken to this, cubed chicken breast, cubed chicken thighs. That will work perfectly. I'm just doing it as a side dish, so not adding any protein right now. Anyway, add a stick of butter over the top. You're just going to add it in and it is just going to turn out very delicious. And I do want to let you guys know, so the theme of my new cookbook is dump and go minimal ingredient recipes. So that being said, all of the recipes in this new book, which is called Make It Simple, they're all either dump and go or minimal ingredient recipes. I'm actually gonna throw this in my oven. It's gonna bake on 425 degrees, covered for 30 minutes. But yes, oh, don't mind my daughter's Halloween crafts. But that's gonna bake, and yeah, they're all like dump and go minimal ingredient, so they're very easy recipes. So while I was creating this book, I was thinking, what would I want? Like, what would help me? And like, what helps me during the week? Because a lot of the time that helps you guys. And I was thinking to myself, and I was like, when dinner time rolls around, all I'm wanting to do is make like a simple dinner. So that is what I did. So with this book, there's like a whole section dedicated to sliders and like speedy dinners, which is amazing because, you know, sliders are the best. Here, let me show you some pages. Anyway, so they're all like recipes that you could throw together in just minutes. There's a bunch of different sections of very affordable recipes, recipes with like step photos, which is very helpful. 10-minute chicken parmesan, this is delicious. So yeah, when I was creating this book, I was really thinking like, what should I do for this book? Because as you probably know, I have my first book, which is like all sorts of delicious recipes. But for this book, it is 100% dump and go or minimal ingredient recipes. So the easiest, most delicious recipes, you kind of throw and go. Yeah, pantry staple ingredients. There's over 150 recipes in it. But while that stick of butter rice is in my oven baking away, we are actually going to get started on the second recipe. And for the second recipe, it is taco mac. And this taco mac, so I grew up, my mom used to make something very similar to this like all of the time. So this is basically like the recipe that I grew up with, but kind of a couple twists. So I knew I had to add it into my cookbook. So we're gonna go over there to my stove now, and we are going to make this taco mac. I also do want to ask you guys, do you have any questions so far? I know I don't go live super often, but any questions, anything you guys want to say? Okay, also I'm going to add a pound of ground beef into my pot on the stove, and I'm just going to break up this ground beef and I'm going to cook it through. Any questions coming in? Also, I didn't mention this, but my husband is behind the screen over there, kind of like monitoring the chat because
hi everyone,
I can't
thanks for being here today. I got my hands full over here trying to check out all your comments, especially here on YouTube. Love y'all, thanks for joining us today.
Any questions rolling in? Okay, well, along with the beef in the pot on the stove, I'm also adding in a diced onion. And you're going to kind of let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. You want, of course, the beef to cook through and the onion to soften. Doesn't that just sound so good, that sizzle? Do you see any questions over there?
Somebody said question.
Question.
Why are you so adorably fun? I wonder that all the time too. I'm just so lucky.
Why am I so adorably fun?
A lot of people are saying they've ordered. Canada, we love you. We'll have that set up in the next 24, 48 hours. We're working very hard to get that set up.
So yes, so for my Canada friends, I know I have a lot of you guys living in Canada. For my cookbook, it's been a little tricky to like get orders to go to Canada on the sales page. So we, like my husband just said, I think you heard him, but in the next 24 to 48 hours, we will have shipping to Canada. So be on the lookout for that, and I will still sign your order for all my Canada friends, so don't worry about that. I will hand sign all of these orders this coming week. Other questions?
I'm doing my best to sort through. There's a lot of questions in the chat, but from Tammy's world, how have you been dealing with all the outrageous grocery prices? Anything?
Oh, that is a great question. grocery prices have been extremely high. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of different things right now with, what's going on in the country. What I like to do is I like to go with like a lot of dry foods or canned foods. When, my husband and I, we were on food stamps and WIC for a long time period. And I would often make recipes with lentils, dry beans. Those were kind of like my favorite go-tos, just because they stretch, high in protein and, high in fiber and different nutrients. So I really like my lentils and my dry beans, but yeah, grocery prices have been outrageous. And also buy in season, that's another thing. So when you're buying in season, like right now, I think it's like pear season. So I've actually been stocking up on pears. Yeah, just try to buy in season as much as you possibly can, but grocery prices have been crazy for all of us recently, which is unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to rapid fire a couple questions.
Okay.
Some people are asking, are there slow cooker recipes in the book?
Oh, that's a great question.
How can you adapt maybe Instant Pot or stovetop recipes to go in the slow cooker? Also, some of the general other types of recipe themes that you have.
Okay, that's an amazing question. So yes, here's my cookbook. There's over 150 recipes. There is a massive section dedicated to slow cooking. I'm actually going to come back over here and stir this, just so my ground beef doesn't burn. But there is a huge section for slow cooking. I think that is the biggest section. And for this section, you can convert any of these recipes into Instant Pot recipes. So they're easy to go from slow cooker to Instant Pot if you prefer your Instant Pot. I also have breakfast, sides and salads, dips, of course slow cooking, sheet pan meals, casseroles, one pot meals, and then meatless meals. I know I have a lot of friends out there who are meatless and love meatless meals, all my vegetarian friends. So I did create a section for you guys. There's also a few other meatless meals in my one pot section. And anyway, there's sliders and speedy dinners and desserts. With my last cookbook, I did not have a slider section, so I just thought that was so fun to add. There is a massive dessert section. All of these recipes are either dump and go or minimal ingredient. So they have either very few ingredients or you just dump them in the pot and you go, kind of like this taco mac that we're making. This is I consider this kind of like a dump and go recipe, just because you throw the ingredients into the pot and it cooks up in literally minutes. I'm using ground beef. I added a pound of ground beef into this pot with a diced onion. And as you see, I'm just browning it right now. And then once that ground beef is cooked through, all I have to do is remove any excess grease and then add the other ingredients in. Oh, I also do want to let you know, I didn't mention this before, but I am doing a few massive giveaways later on in this video. I kind of asked you guys, I don't know if some of you saw it, but I asked you guys kind of what kitchen items that you might be in need of or that you might want. So I'm giving away quite a few kitchen items that might be helpful for you. So stick around because I definitely want you to see those giveaways. And there are some hints throughout this video of some of the answers for the giveaways. So just a little secret there. Uh-huh.
All right, Julia, a lot of people are wondering, what was some of the challenges of writing this cookbook? What inspired you? And what were some of your favorite, things that you did while going through the process of creating this?
That's such a great question. That's really well thought out. So, challenges. One of the challenges, I guess you could say, is I wanted this book to be full of pictures. So I am a very visual learner myself. I have to learn from pictures. I have dyslexia, I have ADD, so pictures are everything to me. That's how I learn, I guess. So I wanted it to be a picture book with easy recipes. So that was a challenge because, you have to create a ton of different images for the book then. And that took well over a year to do. What was the second part of the question, Will?
challenges, your favorite like part of the whole creation of it, whether that be writing, the pictures, the enjoyment.
Okay. But 1 second. So for this recipe, I just added in my oregano, chili seasoning, and my salt. So to go off of that second part of that question, like my favorite features of the book are also the pictures. Just because it's just full of pictures. So it's easy. I know a lot of cookbooks out there, I should say, don't have pictures, or like every 30 pages there's one small picture. So that's my favorite part about this book, is that there are so many pictures, because, when you're flipping through a cookbook, you just want to look through it and you want to see what looks, appetizing for a dinner or a dessert or a side dish. So, that's why I created so many pictures. So that's my favorite part. It was probably also like the most challenging, also gathering the recipes. Anyway, that was a great question though. So I just added in my seasonings. I'm also going to add in my can of diced tomatoes. We are making a chili mac. This chili mac is just so delicious. It's very similar to one that my mom made when I was growing up. Also, my mom and sister might be here in a moment to make another recipe with me for fun. But anyway, I added in my diced tomatoes, tomato sauce. I'm also going to be adding in my corn along with my water. And if you're not a corn fan, I know some people aren't fans of like corn or certain like veggies. You don't have to add them in. You could just leave them out. But just added that in. I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and I'm going to add in my 2/3 cup of macaroni. And I am going to let this simmer covered for about 15 minutes or until my elbows are tender. So I'm going to plop the lid right on top, just like this, and I'm going to let it simmer. Yes? Oh, more questions.
Got a couple
yes.
fun ones. I really like these ones. It says, is there any cook growing up that inspired you to be who you are today?
That's a great question.
What are some of the first recipes you remember making as a kid?
Oh.
Or how did you just start getting so good at cooking and your passion for it?
Okay, so thinking back at cooking, this actually comes, so as I was growing up, my mom was an amazing cook. She cooked, she baked, she was a great baker, a great cook my whole life. And one person that like really inspired my mom that also inspired me was Auntie Hazel. That's what we used to call her. She was kind of my mom's like babysitter growing up. My mom grew up with a single mom. So she had Auntie Hazel kind of like helping raise her during the day. So she really, so I guess I would go over to her house when we'd visit her in California, and she'd have rows and rows of cookies on her countertop, like stacks and stacks of cookies. And I was always like, wow, I really want like my house to be like that someday. I really want to, people to come over to my house and have food, or I just want to be a good cook. So that's one thing I always like loved growing up. So that really inspired me. And what was the second part of the question? Sorry.
Favorite, maybe some of the earliest recipes that you learned to make as a kid.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
That love to help cook with us. So.
Yeah. So when I was younger, my mom, she used to make an amazing apple crisp, or like she'd bake apple crisps, berry crisps, cobblers, like delicious. She'd also make her lasagna, and that was like one of my favorite things. She'd make delicious soups. A lot of her recipes are actually in my book. Anyway, a lot of those simple recipes my mom made growing up that I just loved. So yeah. Anyway, I also want to thank you guys for being here today. Thanks for joining my live. I'm really excited that you guys are here joining us today. Anyway, so the next recipe that we are going to start on is my mom's apple crisp. So for the apple crisp, I'm actually going to take this over here. I also need to grab the cookbook stands. Sorry about that. So since it's like this time of year that's like delicious for, apple crisps, fall treats, I just thought this recipe was like very fitting. Sorry about that. I just dropped the cookbook stand. Oh, my mom and sister are actually here right now. Welcome, welcome. So this is my mom. She really inspired me to cook, yeah. And then this is my sister Bailey. She is a couple years younger than me, and she always calls me asking for different recipes. She called me yesterday actually asking about my, I think, taco soup or something.
Like chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, but they're gonna help make this apple crisp that we are making right now. I'm actually going to open it up so you could see from above. It is on page 281 in my cookbook. Also, I was mentioning this before, but if you, oh, also my cookbook has a bunch of these pages in it. So they're like little pages with like tons of different recipes on it that kind of show you like, you know, here, let me find another page. That's one of my favorite parts about this book, actually. I should have mentioned that before. But here, let me get to another page like that. Okay, let me see. Okay, oh my goodness, I just opened that one, sorry. There's more. Okay, so like this one, for example. So you open to like a pretty page like this, and it has multiple recipes that are just beautiful, that it's like, oh, that looks appetizing, I can make it with that. So yeah, that's actually one of my very favorite parts of this new book. Also, these images on the edge. One of my best friends, Heather, she actually helped me design this book. I'm very thankful for her. But she kind of came up with the idea of putting an image right here, and I was like, holy smokes, amazing idea. But like this, these are all my favorite pages that have, you know, multiple recipes. Okay, do you guys want to grab the apples? Yeah. So to get this apple crisp started, you're going to need about 6 apples. And we're going to cut the apples into smaller pieces. You could peel your apples if you want. Do you want to cut them? You absolutely do not need to peel them. I personally like to cut them into kind of like pieces like this. So yeah. Anyway. There we go. Like I said, you could peel them if you want. Sorry, I don't know if you guys just heard that music. I think there's people outside playing music. Do you want to continue to cut it? I guess we'll leave it right there. But for my cookbook, as she's cutting the apples, you're not just getting my cookbook. If you look on my website, I have it linked in the description box. And it says on the website that I'm still signing books, which I am today. Your book will be signed, and then you're, of course, getting the cookbook, and then you're also getting my ingredient substitution chart. This is kind of like my go-to chart that I like to keep in my pantry. This is a digital chart, so it's completely digital, so you could print it out at your house. You could laminate it if you want, but this is what it will look like. You'll be receiving it in an email after you grab your book, but all my favorite substitutions, like, you know, baking substitutions, oils, herbs, meats, grains, dairy, all those things. So yeah, it's kind of a bundle. You're getting a bundle today, and then it's also free shipping right now. So the best deal that you will get at the moment. As they're cutting up those, I'm going to get a bowl. So I'm going to grab a bowl.
Yeah, we really like this crisp. This is kind of started out as a berry cobbler, but I love it with apples. I think it's just really great with apples. I think, especially this time of year. So we've got abundance of apples right now. I don't know what it's like where you live, but we have some of the best apples right now this time of year. So that's what we enjoy. So that's what we've been using.
Yeah. Like she said, you could do it with berries if you'd like. Berries will work perfectly fine. But I find, peaches are great. Yep. But I have it for apples in my cookbook. I do want to ask you guys, where are you from? Where are you watching from? So we're in Utah. I grew up in New Mexico, but currently in Utah. My husband went to school and we kind of stayed here in Utah. My sister's also in Utah, but yeah, where are you guys watching from? I'd love to know.
I know I saw a lot of people before we left.
Yeah.
I saw New Mexico. So right before I left, I was like, somebody from New Mexico.
Yeah.
All over.
I grew up in New Mexico. I wasn't born there. I was born.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to read as many as I can.
Go for it.
Utah, South Central Kansas, Hawaii, Arizona, Michigan, Minnesota, Salem, Utah, Kansas, Indiana, Chicago, Tennessee, Florida. We're all over. I know there's some Canada viewers. New Mexico, Arkansas, Georgia, South Dakota, Texas, San Jose, California. We got all the United States with us.
Yeah, we do.
They're all supporting you, Julia. Good job, babe. Love you.
Thanks for joining. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Hawaii is early. How about different countries? I know we have some Canada. Did you say other countries, Will?
All right, if you guys are international, drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's international, but
Yeah.
okay, we have our apples.
Several from the UK.
Oh, from the UK. Wow.
Yay.
That is great. Thank you for...
We'll work on shipping to the UK.
Yeah, I'm working on shipping right now. It's tricky going international with shipping so this is also a self-published book, so I don't have like a publisher or anything. So it's self-published by myself. So, it's great, but it's a little trickier to, just be able to figure out all those little things. So I'm working on shipping to the UK and Canada. I think we will get Canada first, but definitely working on shipping to you guys. So I'm going to add my apples that they just helped me slice up into my bowl. And then I'm going to add in the sugar. So it is 2 tablespoons of regular sugar. You could also use other sweeteners if you don't particularly have like sugar. Oh, South Africa, wow.
That's great.
Oh my goodness.
She has quite a few I've seen from South Africa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
That's pretty awesome.
That is so impressive. That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
So then we're going to add in the cinnamon and the lemon juice.
Okay.
Oh,
They're asking what is the best kind of apples for this recipe you're making right now?
oh. Okay.
That's a great question, chat. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for asking that. So I like to use either Golden Delicious, Gala, Honeycrisp, Fuji. Those are kind of like the regular ones that I use. Those are, I guess, my favorite. I find that they're the sweetest. They're not like too tart. Those are my favorite for this recipe.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add in our cinnamon. And then Bailey, do you want to go see if there's lemon juice in the fridge?
Oh, there's some right there.
Oh, thank you.
I have some.
Yeah, also my sister's name is Bailey, and my mom's name is Jill. If I didn't mention it, I'm sorry. But I'm adding in the cinnamon now. I also want to thank you guys. So it's 1 teaspoon. I shared a Thanksgiving video last week. So a Thanksgiving video on YouTube. It was $25 Thanksgiving dinner. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for the support from that video. In that video, I actually bought quite a few gift cards for Walmart. I know there's so many people struggling financially right now. Do you want to do this? With different things, especially with grocery prices and like losing jobs. And what I didn't realize about that video, I didn't ask anybody to, but so many people were donating their own money. And I just want to say thank you for donating. Actually, this morning I went out to Walmart and I bought a whole bunch of more gift cards because I'm doubling everybody's donation. So I bought, of course, a ton last week with the Thanksgiving video, and then I bought more this morning to send to you guys. I haven't sent any of the gift cards out yet. If you are wondering, I'm planning on sending them out this coming week, but it brought me to tears last week seeing all your guys' donations come in. I did not even, it didn't cross my mind to think that anybody else would donate, but you guys were being so, sweet and generous. So Thank you, and thank you for watching that video. Okay, we're also working, so this is kind of like the spiced apples. If you could see inside, oh, it smells like a warm fall bed. Is that weird to say? It smells like cozy, like a cozy fall. Okay, but so we're done with the apples. We're working on the crisp topping now. So into a separate bowl, add in the topping ingredients. So it's 1 cup of brown sugar. Have this right here. And then we're also going to add in 3/4 cup of oats. So you could just almost fill this up if you want.
Jill, I have a shout out for you.
Somebody's shouting out my mom.
People, you have become famous for the paper towel trick, getting the grease out. Everybody loves it. Julia brought it to the world, and everybody's thankful for you for that.
All-purpose flour
Thanks,
too.
everybody. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just kind of came up with that one night. I thought,
Yeah.
I'm tired of draining this fat out of my hamburger. I'm just going to stick a paper towel in there
And how old was I? I was little.
probably watching me.
Yeah.
Probably.
I used
You know
to,
how it is.
so as a kid, like when I was growing up, there's not as much cool like technology things nowadays. So I used to just like watch my mom cook. I probably used to like, you know, be under her feet, tripping her and like, you know, eating everything that she was making. But yeah, I used to just love to watch her cook. So yeah, I used to see her do that paper towel trick, and I kind of just thought it was normal until I started doing it in my cooking videos, and somebody was like, oh, that's genius. So anyway, shout out to my mom.
She invented it, that's for sure, huh?
She did. No, well, yeah. And she invented it to me, right?
Right.
Okay, and then, yes. So you're also going to chop up the butter. So you want the butter to be in super small pieces. So if you're just joining us now, I do want to mention we are doing some big giveaways later on in this video. So definitely stick around to watch that.
Teaspoon of cinnamon.
So a teaspoon of cinnamon and some salt.
Pinch of salt. Yep.
Do you want to stir that together, Bailey?
Stir it together, and then you're
Yep.
going to cut in
Yeah.
your butter.
My sister just got married.
I did.
Yes.
Yes, in the summer.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, now you're going to add your butter in with the topping. And then it would be best to use like a pastry cutter, but I don't have one of those things. I just don't have one. I've never had one. So you could also use like a back of a fork. Do you want to do that? And you could just like kind of press the butter in with the flour. This is a very easy like apple crisp recipe if you're just looking for like a simple one to throw together. Oh, that one's almost done. Oh yeah, I could pull it out. So this is our stick of butter rice. Here, let me just grab a couple hot pads. Whew. So the stick of butter rice, I guess since you're over here, let me just show you. So you'll just remove the foil, and it's going to be looking like this at this point. No worries, just continue to bake it for an additional 30 minutes. So you'll bake it for 30 minutes, 30 minutes longer, and then it is going to be cooked through in the end. Like I was saying before, if you wanted to use like chicken, you could use chicken breast, you could use chicken thigh, you could really use any type of chicken if you want to make that like a complete meal. You could also double that recipe if you'd like and make it in a big 9x13 baking dish. Just adjust the cooking time to 10 minutes longer covered in foil. Love that recipe. It is a great like easy side dish. But yeah, that stick of butter rice will be done shortly. Also, if you want to come over here, we'll look at our taco mac. This should be about cooked. We're basically just waiting on these elbows to cook through at this point. As you see, they're not quite tender. This is a great meal if you have little ones. I have a lot of people asking me for like kid-friendly options, like dinner options that little ones like. And this is one that my little ones love, especially with sour cream on top. One of my little ones loves sour cream. And then they could also top it with their favorite toppings. So yeah, if you're looking for a kid-friendly dinner, that taco mac is absolutely delicious. Yes, Will. Uh-huh.
A couple people in the chat were congratulating the cameraman on doing such a good job.
Oh.
They kind of want to see behind the scenes. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
If you can kind of.
Yeah, so we have Ron here. He is my friend, and Ron and James. They're helping me behind the scenes, and they're the nicest cameraman. They're really doing the best work. That is James, and then Ron is holding this camera, and he's honestly doing, he's he's doing an amazing job in my opinion. So thank you to Ron and James. Huge shout out to them. They are local here in Utah. But now that this is crumbly, thank you, Mom. Now that it's kind of crumbly like this, you're going to pull out a baking dish. Oh, do you want to grab an 8x8 baking dish? So like a square one. I meant to grab one out earlier, but I forgot. So this is for like an 8x8 size. Oh, they're over there. Sorry. My sister doesn't know where the baking dishes are, which that's okay. So this will go in an 8x8 baking dish. Also, if you're just joining us here now, I just want to say hello and welcome. We're kind of celebrating my newest cookbook. This is my second cookbook. It is called Make It Simple. There's over 150 quick and easy recipes in it. This cookbook is kind of like, when I was creating it, all I could think of was like dump and go / few ingredient. I was also getting like quite a few questions from, or quite a few comments from you guys. I was reading in like YouTube comments saying that they would love like a few ingredient or a dump and go cookbook. So that is why I came up with this cookbook. It's just for all of the like dump and go / few ingredient recipes. This cookbook is perfect for people who are like pros at cooking, or if you're new to the kitchen. So whether you're a seasoned cook or you're new to the kitchen, this is like the easiest, most delicious cookbook. They're easy recipes, but they are delicious. There is a colored photo for every single recipe. Also, don't mind the baby spoon right there. That made the cookbook. But some of the recipes have multiple photos, like step-by-step photos, which is super helpful. I'm very much a visual learner. So when I was creating this cookbook, I was kind of creating it for people like, myself who, might struggle with reading and kind of read by looking at pictures. So that's basically why I created this cookbook. It's dump and go, few ingredient recipes, the most delicious looking pictures. Like I said, a lot of these recipes, you kind of just dump the ingredients in. There's a whole section for sliders. There's a dessert section, a slow cooker section. Oh, this pie is so delicious. There's there's over 150 recipes. This cookbook is heavy. It is like huge. And right now on my site, if you look at my site and it says that I'm still signing books, I will be signing your book order. Just give me a couple weeks to ship the books out, just because I will be hand signing your book. So it will take, a little bit longer for me to open up all the books, sign them, repackage them, put them in a box and send them out. Also, to go along with the cookbook, you're also going to be getting my digital ingredient substitutions chart. This is my go-to chart. I actually have it just in my pantry. I just keep it on the wall. This is great if you so for baking, if you just, as you can see right here, you're looking at it, just substitutions that are just, if you're making one of the recipes in one of my books and you don't have a certain ingredient, easy, simple substitutions. So very helpful. Now I have my 8x8 baking dish right here. I am just going to spray it with nonstick spray, just like that. And I am going to add the apples in, these cinnamon dreamy apples. They smell so good. Also, I'm going to be sharing a new video tomorrow on YouTube. I have been working on that this week, so that will be on YouTube tomorrow. I'm going to put that in the sink. It is going to be like few ingredient / just few ingredient recipes, I guess. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, just sprinkle the topping over the top, and then you're going to bake this for about 40 to 50 minutes. So it'll bake just for a little while in your oven. There we go. Would you like to put it in the oven?
I would love to.
Oh, you could put it in the bottom oven. Thank you, Mom. Okay. So Bailey, would you like to get the ingredients out for the barbecue nachos? There's barbecue nachos in here. I'm also going to make barbecue nachos. I was going back and forth like whether I should make the barbecue nachos or not. But yeah, I'm going to make the barbecue nachos. They just sound so good. But anyway, while that's in my oven baking away, I am going to come back over here. Oh, Bailey, can you turn on my bottom oven to 350? Thank you. Anyway, the noodles are cooked now. So here are the elbows. I do want to mention, if you want to do this with other pasta, of course you can. The only thing is like other pasta might take longer, so you might need a little bit more moisture in your pot. But now that that's tender, I am going to add in my ½ cup of Mexican style cheese, or you could really use any cheese that you'd like or have on hand. So just go ahead and stir that cheese in, put the lid on top. Once that cheese is done, easy peasy, easiest dinner ever. That is all you have to do for that taco mac. It really is like a simple go-to dinner that I like making for my family. That's why I guess it made it into my cookbook. So we're making 4 recipes. We might make the barbecue chicken nachos. We might make those. They just sound so good, I guess. So I don't know. I might make those. So the next recipe that we are rolling on is this easy no-bake cheesecake is so good. Okay, so not to get distracted, but for this easy no-bake cheesecake, you can add berries to it, you could add chocolate to it, you could add caramel to it, you could add peanut butter cups to it, you could add anything. So it's a great base cheesecake to add, different toppings to really make it, your own. But for the next recipe, the next recipe that I am making is, that's a good one too. That's a delicious one. So this is the pasta with tomatoes. So this is a meatless meal. I decided to make this one today for some of my meatless meal friends. I know some of you guys love meatless meals like I do. So for this recipe, you'll just fill a pot with water, bring it to a boil. I like this one, especially like at the end of summer. My mom has a garden. I used to have a garden. Oh, don't know if you could hear the dog barking, but my dog ate my entire garden. So I don't have a garden anymore, but my mom has a garden and I have some tomatoes. I often get tomatoes from her, but it's a very easy pasta dish. It is just like pasta, tomatoes, onions, Parmesan, mozzarella, and fresh basil. So the fresh basil really kicks this recipe up a notch. Adding in that fresh basil adds like an element of like freshness. It really makes like the whole recipe kind of like round out. But I'm going to just start this pot of water on my stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil. And then while I'm trying to bring this to a boil, I'll put that lid on top just so it boils quicker. I am going to just plate the taco mac up. So for this taco mac, you could really top it with anything that you'd like. I'm just adding it in like a soup bowl because I thought that would be cute. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me live. I don't make these live videos often, but I'm just curious, would you like to see them more often? Are you guys enjoying it? I do have fun talking to you guys live, but anyway, here is what this chili mac is looking like. Let me just wipe the edges. You could top it with sour cream. You could top it with lettuce. I know a lot of you guys watch my videos regularly, which I'm so thankful for. So like what I normally top it with, like things like this with. But yeah, top it with any of your favorite toppings. This one is delicious. Oh, I was gonna take a bite out of it, but I'm afraid that I'm going to be sounding like I'm eating for the next however long. Okay, do you have a comment, Will? Oh, okay.
I want to eat that.
My husband was just laughing at me.
It looks so good.
Oh, do you want to come take a bite?
Sure.
Oh, get over here.
All right, should I keep my headset on?
Yeah.
All right.
Come take a bite. I just don't want to sound like I have food in my mouth,
I have been waiting for this to be ready.
Okay, you have to blow on it.
Okay.
I don't want to burn your mouth. Is it hot?
That is so hot. That is so good though.
I'm sorry. Is that good?
I want the apple crisp when it's done.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I'm gonna
good.
take that with me.
Yeah, see, it's really good. My husband loves it.
So good.
My kids love it. It's a good, easy recipe. So yeah, that's done. Okay, and then the next recipe that we're going to, so we're going to make the angel hair pasta next, but another recipe that we are going to make is these barbecue chicken nachos. Okay, so this recipe, so this is another one of those pages in my cookbook that doesn't just have one picture, it has like pictures that kind of show you your steps. Like I was saying before, I'm a very visual learner, so cookbooks that don't have any pictures or that just have one picture, I really struggle with, just because, you know, I read with my eyes, or everybody reads with their eyes. I read with like pictures, like that's how I read best, I should say. So this is another delicious recipe that we're making, but right now my cookbook, it is the lowest price that it will be. It has free shipping. And if it does say that your book will be signed, it will take me a little bit longer to ship it because I will be hand signing it. This cookbook is full of like dump and go minimal ingredient recipes. Oh, I should start the giveaway. Okay, I'm going to start one of the giveaways actually. Okay, so this one, okay, so the way that, yes.
Just hold on.
Oh, okay. My husband told me to hold on, so I'm holding on. Okay, I'm going to hold it so you don't see the answer. Well, I guess the answer is not even on here. Are you ready, Will?
All right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the way that the giveaway is going to work is I'm going to ask a question. The first winner or the first two winners are going to win what I will say. So this first one is very easy for this giveaway. What is the title of my brand new cookbook that just launched today? Oh, and this one is for a meat masher. So there's going to be two winners, and the first two people who answer get each person gets a meat masher. So this one's an easy one. Do you see, Will, the first two people? Or has it loaded?
Oh. Okay. Make it simple. That was, okay. All right, it's pouring in. Congratulations, Ray Johnson.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Princess
There is-
Rage and Abby Stapleton. And Debbie
Yay.
Sila.
Can you cut that into small pieces?
S-I-L-O-T-T.
Okay, so you got those. So, and then what email do you want them to email it to that they won? So my husband's writing down the names of the people who will win. There's going to be a lot of giveaways, so don't feel bad if you didn't win that one. Stick around. I'm giving away a lot of things, even bigger
so
things.
I'll drop it in the chat. It's media@juliapacheco.com.
Okay, media@juliapacheco.com.
And they want a meat masher, use that in the subscription. Or the
Say that you
subject
won the
line.
meat masher with the name, and then so the next question is, so this is for baking dishes. So there's going to be 3 winners, and it is going to be for 3 different baking dishes, like ceramic, pretty baking dishes. I'm going to try to find some that I have. Some of mine are old, so I don't know if they're still around, but for 3 baking dishes, about how many recipes are in my newest cookbook. So 3 winners, and each person will get a beautiful baking dish. Do you see any people coming in with that yet?
Let's see. It says some people are saying there's a huge lag between the comments and the video.
Oh no.
All right. Grammy Babies, correct with 150.
Oh.
Truly Tammy,
Uh-huh.
correct with over 150.
Yep.
And Falcon Steph, correct with 150.
Yep.
Congratulations, you guys. Each
Okay.
won a new baking dish.
Yeah, good job. And email that media email that Will's going to put in the chat, and I will send you your baking dishes. I have quite a few giveaways, so I'll just do one more for now, and we'll do more here in a moment. But the next one is, what is the color of the front cover of my newest cookbook? Oh, and then for that one, you will get, there's going to be 1 winner, and that will be a slow cooker. Unless people answer at the same time, then maybe 2 winners. What is the color of the front cover of my newest cookbook? Do you see that winner, Will?
Okay, they're pouring through. It seems like, I'm sorry everyone, there seems to be a lag between her asking the questions and some people getting it sooner.
Oh yeah,
sorry about that,
I'm
guys.
sorry. Sorry about that lag.
It looks like the Sarah F, it's correct with black. Stephanie Myers, correct with gray. That it is kind of an in-between of both of those.
Did they say it at the same time, Will? Because if they said it at the same time, that giveaway is for a slow cooker, so maybe we'll have a couple winners for that one instead of
In my opinion, those came up right at the same time, so congratulations, Sarah F.
Congratulations. I will be sending
Myers.
I'll be sending you my newest cookbook. Also, I want to thank my husband, Will, for standing behind the screen. He's doing an amazing job.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, they just won a new slow cooker, right?
Yep. Okay, I do have quite a bit more things I'm going to give away. Like pots and pans, mixing bowls, a blender. But I'm going to do that here in a moment because my water is boiling now. So come along with me. Let's go put our pasta in. Oops, where is that book? I actually tagged all of the recipes. Oh no, I lost my, Oh, here it is. I misplaced it. Okay, so this is the angel hair with tomatoes. So I just wanted to show you guys. So you're going to use 8 ounces of angel hair pasta. My water's basically boiling. So it's a half a box of pasta. You don't have to do it with angel hair. I've just found that it does work best with angel hair pasta. But like I said, if you don't have angel hair pasta, use whatever pasta. This is also a meatless meal. This one also comes together in minutes. So I'm just breaking my pasta in half. And then for this one, it is a very fresh recipe. So I was mentioning before that I do like to make this one when it's like summer because you do need fresh basil and you do need some tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes are best, but you know, you could use store-bought, either way. So I'm going to let my angel hair boil. Another nice thing about angel hair is that it cooks in just a couple of minutes. So it really doesn't take much time at all to cook. It's like the quickest cooking pasta. My husband's always shocked when I do make angel hair just because it does cook up in just like a couple of minutes. So angel hair is amazing. So can you make sure the cobbler's not browning? It's good. It's not getting too dark in there? Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to use a clear bowl so you guys could see it. So for this recipe, you will just cut up your 3 tomatoes. You want to dice the tomatoes. I'm going to be honest, I've made this recipe in the past and I didn't have tomatoes on hand, so I used canned tomatoes, which canned tomatoes work perfectly fine, but fresh tomatoes are best, but either way will do. I'm also left-handed, so whenever I'm cooking, people often tell me that I cut like weird, and that's maybe because I'm left-handed. Are any of you guys left-handed? I would love to know in the comments. I kind of thought one of my kids were going to be left-handed. Oh, also, if you are wondering where my little ladies are at, my mom and sister were watching them for a little bit, and now my dad and brother-in-law are watching them. So my sister's new husband and my dad. I'm so thankful. My parents actually moved closer to us here in Utah a couple of years ago. So, oh, pasta's boiling over. Yeah, do you want to get it? It's just been the best thing to live close to them. So they're just helping out with my little ladies. Yeah, they went trick-or-treating last night, so that was very fun for them. Anyway, just dice up your tomatoes super small. I am curious, do you guys have any questions about my new cookbook? Oh, also, none of the pages from my new cookbook are in my old cookbook. So they're all new recipes from my new cookbook. So you won't find any from the first cookbook that are in my new cookbook. Anyway, do you see any questions, Will, about the cookbook?
Any questions about the cookbook? Let's see.
Or I guess questions in general.
A lot of people are feeling seen as a fellow lefty, so that's awesome.
That is
I think
so
it always
fun.
surprises people when they're watching the videos when they realize that you are coming in as a left-handed.
That is so funny. I love that so much.
Let's see, questions. I'm not seeing any questions right now about the cookbook.
Okay.
Sorry, come back to me in a minute.
If you see any questions rolling about the cookbook is full of dump and go / few ingredient recipes.
Asking about the price.
Oh yes, okay. So the price.
About the digital version, which we'll have that live running in a couple days.
Yeah. So we had a little issue with like the digital version on our sales page, but like Will was saying, we'll hopefully have the digital version rolling in a couple days. But for my new cookbook, it is $29, but that does include shipping, and shipping is quite expensive, if I'm being honest with you. So it's $29 flat, and then that does include shipping, and then it also includes my recipe substitution chart. So this is kind of a free digital download that you will be getting with the cookbook right now. The cookbook is the price that it is because it does include shipping. It includes the substitution chart, and then I am going to be hand signing your book if you are ordering today. Or I guess if the sales page does say that the book will be signed, it will be signed. So yeah. Anyway, I just diced up my tomatoes, and now I am going to slice 2 green onions. My angel hair pasta just cooks so quickly, so it really doesn't take that much time at all. But I was mentioning before, so the reason why I created this cookbook, so as you know, I have a first cookbook, but the reason why I did create this second one is because I was getting quite a few questions, people telling me, or comments I should say on YouTube, telling me, I wish you had like a few ingredient cookbook, or I wish you had a dump and go recipe cookbook. And it kind of made me think to myself, I was like, there's not many cookbooks out there that are dedicated to dump and go / few ingredient recipes. So that is why I created this book is, just because it's just simple recipes, and some of you guys mentioned it, and it really got me thinking. I would use a cookbook that had dump and go / few ingredient recipes in it. So if I would, maybe some of you guys would too. Maybe some of you guys would enjoy it. So next you're going to need about 1/4 cup of basil. I will kind of roughly rinse this basil just in my sink, just to clean it off slightly. But yeah, my cookbook, it's just like dump and go few ingredient recipes. So you'll find like the easiest recipes in there. There's over 150 recipes, so it is a large, bulky book. It is huge. There's a colored photo for every single recipe in the book, which is just so helpful for visual learners like myself. So that's why I created my second cookbook. It is dedicated to dump and go / few ingredient recipes. So basically the easiest recipes ever. I added my 3 diced tomatoes into this bowl. I also added my 2 sliced green onions. I'm also adding in my chopped basil. And then, so the pasta is cooking. Also add in your minced garlic. And then you're also going to add in your oil. I'm using olive oil. And Parmesan cheese. You could probably tell this is a very fresh, delicious pasta. It's almost like light tasting. It's delicious. You could meal prep this. Sometimes I make it and have it for a couple days for lunches. It's just a very fresh, delicious pasta. I'm also going to add in a dash of salt and pepper. I don't know where my pepper is, so let me find it. Here's my pepper. I'm using fresh cracked pepper because, hey, nothing better than fresh pepper. So give this a stir. Once the pasta is tender, just strain the water and then add the pasta back in with the olive oil and this mixture, not the sun-dried tomato. I almost said sun-dried tomato mixture. So just after the pasta is tender, which it's probably about tender right now. So I'm going to go and check on it. Yeah, that's definitely tender. It's probably going to be a little hot. So let me find my strainer. 1 second. Here it is. Okay, I love this strainer. You clip it onto your pot and it kind of just, you just dump it into your sink like this. Don't mind my sink. These are just the dishes from when we started. So, you know, no big deal. But my sink has had lots more dishes than this, let me tell you. Whew. Anyway, okay, now bring this back over to the stove or basically wherever, and then you are going to add your fresh tomato mixture in. So go ahead and dump this mixture right in there, and dinner is ready basically. So there's no meat in this, so you don't have to like waste any time cooking meat. Very fresh tasting. Like I said, this is in my cookbook. This is a meatless meal. I have a full section in my cookbook dedicated to meatless meals. So yeah, delicious. The Parmesan will melt down and then you could serve it up. I'm going to grab a bowl just over here and I am going to, or maybe I'll grab this plate. And let me see. I'm going to grab some tongs. So I do want to thank you guys for joining me live. I don't do a ton of live cooking videos, but I might here in the future if you guys, you know, enjoy watching them. I always love getting your guys' feedback. So grab some noodles. I was looking for my tongs, but could not find them. Anyway, put some of the tomatoes on top. This is such a fresh, delicious, delicious dinner. And then there you go, meatless meal dinner made in minutes. That is the best part about my cookbook. It is just like recipes made in just minutes. So here it is, easy, delicious, fresh tasting. Do you want to try some, Will?
Oh, yeah.
Get over here.
My mouth is still a little spicy from the first one. So.
Spicy. Like I said, I would be trying these recipes, but I don't want my mouth. You know, after you like eat, I feel like after I eat, my mouth is just like feeling like I don't know, sounding like I ate for hours.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make this one often, so I knew he'd like it. Okay. Okay, so now let me see. Okay, the rice is actually about done. So I'm going to come back over here and I am going to grab it. Ooh, okay, sorry. Let me get my hot pads. I'm going to move this over and I'm going to come grab our rice. Okay, so here's what it's going to be looking like. I'll turn my oven off. And I should probably set a timer for the lower one. Oh, did you? Oof, that's looking good. Okay, so come over here with me. Here is what the rice is looking like out of the oven. I will try to center it so you guys could see it. Oh, I'll bring it actually, I'm gonna bring it over here. So I will admit, is it the most beautiful thing like the tomato dish was? I think the tomato dish was gorgeous. This is not going to be gorgeous, but let me tell you, it tastes gorgeous. It tastes amazing. So just give it a little fluff. As you see, it looks a lot better after you fluff up the rice. I make this one often. We occasionally have family dinners at my parents' house, and this is just like a great easy side dish, you know, to bring to a family dinner. Doesn't that just look delicious? Like I was saying before, you could add chicken to this. You could add anything you want to it. Very flavorsome rice. Will, do you want to come take a bite?
Yeah. I'm just sorry. There's so many comments over here.
All right, is anybody asking about the cookbook? Anything I should be answering?
Yeah. It's unfortunate that the interactive PDF page isn't working.
Oh yeah, we have an interactive cookbook that we just spent so much time creating. But yeah, we're getting that interactive ebook page going soon.
We'll get that fixed in the next 48 hours, hopefully, or sooner.
Yeah. Okay,
right.
This is going to be hot.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Yeah. We don't want to burn his tongue off. He's also had this one before, so.
I want that with like a nice steak.
Yeah. So this is good served alongside of like, it's good alongside like chicken, steak, pork chops. You could serve this alongside of a casserole. Just a very easy side dish. You could bring it to a holiday party and you bring it to a holiday party, people are going to think you spent like hours trying to make it, but secretly you dumped the ingredients into the baking dish and you walked away from your oven. The rice is like perfectly tender. It doesn't have like any crunchy bits in the middle. So just a delicious side dish that I highly recommend making. So I am going to set this one to the side now while I work on our next meal. So we have 3 meals done. I have a 4th in the oven. I think we're doing really well on time. I do want to show you a few more like favorite pages from my cookbook. Here is my cookbook. It is called Make It Simple. When I was thinking about names for the cookbook, I was like, what should I name it? My first thought was Dump and Go plus minimal ingredient. And people kind of laughed at me for thinking that that was a good name for it. And as I thought about it, I was like, that is kind of a silly name. So I decided on Make It Simple, which in my mind, you know, it's kind of like Dump and Go minimal ingredient, but it is called Make It Simple. And I am going to show you some of the pages inside. So as you open it up, oh, this is my friend Heather. She really helped me create this. She is like one of my closest friends. She is a graphic book designer / photographer. So I'm very thankful for her. She's just a good friend in real life too. Anyway, so there's a ton of these pages in it. So that have lots of different recipes. So there's 4 recipes right here. And they have page numbers on it. So if you're just looking through the book, kind of strolling through the book, and you're like, oh, bacon tortellini Alfredo on page 220 looks good. Skillet tortellini on 213 looks good. Grandma's chicken pasta on 163 looks good. Just flip it over to that page, and yeah, just fun little pages like this in this cookbook. We really had fun creating it, but there's also tons of different sections: breakfasts, sides and salads, dips, slow cooking, sheet pan meals, casseroles, one-pot meals, meatless meals, sliders, and desserts. So this cookbook has over 150 recipes in it. We did some super fun like twists to this cookbook. It is not your average cookbook at all. There is a colored photo for every single recipe. It's spiral bound for hands-free, mess-free cooking. So, you know, whether you're needing the pages to stay open or not, they will stay open because it is spiral bound. Like I was saying, we just had so much fun creating this cookbook because we really went unique with it. I guess that's a good word to say, with all the different pages. There's little note pages in some of the recipes. There's over 150 recipes in this book as well. So I know some of you guys have already ordered some, so I do want to say thank you. Also, with this book, there is quite a few pages that have like step-by-step instructions. So like for myself, I'm very much a visual learner. I always have been. So when I see pictures, I learn. So that is why I added so many photos to this book. They're easy instructions. I'm not overcomplicating anything in this cookbook at all. Here's the stick of butter rice that we just made. They're just delicious, delicious meals. Lots of different dinner options, plenty of side dish options, plenty of desserts, tons and tons of desserts. Oh, look at that page. Oh my goodness gracious. That's Macy, and that is Brinley, Will, and Julia, me. Anyway, oh, this is something else I just did not even show you. So in the back of my cookbook, you'll find some like substitutions. So like these are things that I will use frequently throughout my cookbook, like taco seasoning, cream of soups, barbecue sauce, ranch seasoning, chicken broth, olive oil, ground beef, baking soda, ketchup, onion, and garlic. So these are kind of like frequent things. If you don't have them on hand, just flip to the back of my cookbook. There's tons of substitutions, conversions charts. If you need a conversion chart, it's back here. We are shipping to Canada and the UK soon. So yeah, very helpful there. Here is what the back looks like. Anyway, this is my second cookbook. I am just so excited for you guys to see it. It is available today. I am hand signing all of the orders made today this coming week. So shipping will take a little bit longer just because I will be hand signing your order. And you're not just getting the book, you're getting free shipping on the book. Shipping's, yeah, that is a good deal. Anyway, and then you're also getting my ingredient substitutions chart. This is a digital chart that you will be getting. So it is just like you could print it out like I do. I just keep it in my pantry. So there's baking essentials, herbs, just a bunch of like substitutions. Anyway, super helpful. You could use it for any recipe. Just a great little guide that you could keep in your pantry, keep wherever you want. Okay, so the next recipe that we are getting started on is the barbecue chicken nachos. It is just a delicious, easy recipe. When I was thinking about adding this recipe into my cookbook, I was like, that just sounds, I don't know. It just sounds like a perfect recipe for a busy weeknight. It also has a lot of pantry essential ingredients in it. Like barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is something I do like to keep in my pantry just because it's kind of like shelf stable. So yeah, anyway. Also, I do want to ask you guys if you have any questions right now about the cookbook or questions about anything in general. Questions about Will, my husband, anything. I know a lot of you guys like Will, which I do too. I like Will.
All right. Let me see. Questions. Form B. I'm not seeing questions about that. People are asking about the index in the cookbook.
Oh.
Are there any freezer recipes?
Oh.
A lot of people are enjoying this live. It's a little bit hectic. It's a little bit professional. It's a lot of it fun. It's just really awesome. That's what everybody's saying. So,
Oh, that was so kind.
Good job, Julia.
Thank you guys.
You're doing great. Love you, babe.
You guys are gonna make me cry. Anyway, oh, if you wanna see the index, so let me show you the index. So the index is also something that we spent tons and tons of time creating. So we kind of have it, like when we were thinking about the index, we're like, we wanna make it so it's kind of just like, you know, easy to look through. So we have a section for beans. If you kind of have beans on hand and you wanna get rid of some beans, bean section, a beef section. Chicken, there's tons of chicken recipes because chicken tends to be a little bit more on the affordable side. A deli meat section, so if you have deli meat on hand that you maybe want to use up, this is a great section. An egg section right here. We have chickens, so sometimes we have tons of eggs. So that section is helpful. And then sausage section, nuts, pork, quinoa, potatoes, and rice. So those are these sections in my index. I was trying to be super mindful when I was creating the index of this book, just, you know, to have it be super helpful for you guys, you know, when you're in a bind trying to make dinner at night or trying to make a recipe and you just want to look through it super quick. Anyway, we're getting started on the barbecue chicken nachos now. So grab a sheet pan. The barbecue chicken nacho recipe also, it has lots of different pictures on it, so I'm sure you'll see that in a moment. But just spray your sheet pan with nonstick spray, and then you are going to, I'm going to grab a bowl. So grab a bowl, and then you are going to throw your chicken into your bowl. I'm just using like part of a rotisserie chicken. Any type of cooked shredded chicken will work though. I do find, I've used canned before. Canned chicken works really well. Canned chicken tends to be a little bit on the affordable side at the grocery store. So if you are trying to save a little bit of money, you know, at the grocery store, I do recommend canned chicken. Then you're going to add in your barbecue sauce. Kind of stir to coat the chicken in the barbecue sauce. You want to get it coated super well. And here is kind of what it is going to be looking like. I do want to thank you guys for joining me on my video today. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side, and then you're going to grab your chips. You could use any chips that you'd like or have on hand. Just add them into your baking dish. This recipe is easy. When I say it's easy, I mean it. And then you are going to spread the barbecue chicken over the chips. Ooh. You kind of want to do it evenly. Just of course, so every single chip gets a piece of barbecue chicken. Doesn't that look good? This is a very, very simple recipe. So at night with 2 little ones, I tend to be a little bit tired after, you know, doing whatever I have to do during the day, whether it's like work tasks or, you know, running after my kids at the park or, you know, trying to run after them from not running in the street, you know, little things like that. So I tend to be tired in the evening. So that's why I kind of created this cookbook, is just for simple, easy, dump and go recipes. So what you're also going to be doing is you're going to be cutting up an onion. Ooh. Sorry. So, and I will, let me grab a new cutting board. So I was going to use a purple onion for this, but I don't know where my purple onion is, so I'm just going to use this onion, just a regular yellow onion. I'll be the first to admit, my onion cutting skills are not perfect, but you know what? That's okay. So we are making barbecue chicken nachos right now from my second cookbook. This is my newest cookbook. It is now available. I have been working on this cookbook for well over a year and a half. It's almost been 2 years. It'll be 2 years, I think, in January. Started working on this cookbook over a year and a half ago, and I'm just so excited that it's finally complete. I do have some books here right now. I don't have a huge inventory, but I will have more coming in next week. So I will be signing a ton of books next week. If you see on my sales page, on my site sales page, that it says your book will be signed, it will be signed. I will be hand signing it, so just allow for a little bit extra time, you know, for shipping, just so I could sign it and get it to you. But I'm just dicing up my onion right now, and then you just kind of want to sprinkle the onion over the top, kind of like I said before. Purple onion is the best onion for this, or red onion. I guess it's called red onion. What am I saying? It's the best. Oh yeah, Will?
Here's a deep question that one of the commenters asked. And they've been a long-time viewer, so they've probably been around since, you know, the very early beginnings.
Yeah.
And they asked how the success of the cooking show that you are creating has changed your life, as just how
That's a great question.
You know, I know you're grateful for all
Yeah.
that you have.
Well, that's actually a really great question. I do want to start out by saying thank you for being a longtime subscriber. I know, you know, I'll be the first to admit my regular videos now are not, you know, I wouldn't say they're perfect, but I try hard at making them. So I started my cooking videos when my first I just sprinkled bacon over the top. I started my cooking videos when my first daughter was only a few months old. I didn't go to college just because I have dyslexia and reading is just super difficult for me. So I didn't go to college. I, you know, didn't do anything like that. So I was kind of looking for something for myself. My husband and I, we were on food stamps and WIC. And I knew I needed, you know, I needed to help out some way. I needed, you know, to kind of, you know, and I kind of just wanted a hobby for myself more than anything. But we were on food stamps and WIC, and I kind of just got, like, you know, a little bit down. And I was like, I'm so bad at reading. I am so bad at, like, anything academically, like going to school or anything. So I was like, I really want to get better at cooking. So that's when I thought to myself, and I was like, well, maybe I should start making cooking videos, because even if I'm the only person who watches my cooking videos, maybe I'll get better at cooking. So I started making cooking videos, and I was the only person that watched them for a while, and my husband watched them, and, you know, some family, but yeah. So I kept making cooking videos because I genuinely just enjoyed learning how to cook. I had a little baby at home. I really didn't have many friends like where I lived. So it was kind of just like myself and my little baby. And yeah, I just kept making cooking videos. They weren't great, but people started to watch them. And it, like, I just couldn't believe it. One video got like 1,000 views, and I was like, oh my goodness, wow, that's a lot of people. And I just kept making more and more cooking videos. And over time, people just kept watching and watching. And so it's been 6 years now. And yeah, it's been a complete blessing to our family. I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom / like still work a little bit. That's, I guess, what I think in my mind. I'm like a stay-at-home mom / working mom. So I have a hobby for myself, which is cooking. I learned how to cook better, or like get better at cooking by myself. So yeah, that's kind of it. So I guess when we started, we were on food stamps, and now we're no longer on food stamps in WIC. So it's been a blessing being able to, you know, like I bought myself a minivan. So yeah, I don't know, just little things like that. I'm just super thankful for this community. I'm thankful for you guys watching my videos, supporting my videos, buying my cookbooks, and you know, all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here. I never thought people would actually watch my videos, let alone like get 1 million subscribers. Still doesn't really feel real to me, but anyway, thank you guys so much. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah, anyway. So this, I sprinkled cheese over the top, and this is going to bake in a preheated oven to 400 degrees for about 11 to 16 minutes. You basically just want that cheese to melt. You don't want the chips to get soggy, so that's why it's on a higher temperature, just for like 11 minutes up to 16 minutes. So I'm going to go stick this in the oven now. Oh, I almost just dumped the whole pan over. That would have been, not the first time I've done that though. Okay, so let me turn on the oven. Oh, start. Okay, let me look at the apple crisp. Oof, that's looking good. Okay, so now we are going to go back over here. I do want to ask you guys, do you have any more questions? Anything else you want to ask? I am going to be doing another giveaway here in a moment, so. Will, do you see any questions coming in?
A lot of people are just touched by that story you were sharing.
Oh. Yeah, seriously, guys, thank you for watching my videos. Like I said, I know they're not like, you know, my regular videos aren't, you know, perfect. I really try hard to make them perfect, but I know they're not.
Some of the questions are, what do you make for our kids on nights where you're not filming, where you just, you know, you just want them to eat something?
Okay, that is a great question. So of course I'm not filming like 7 days a week. So there's some nights like when I'm getting home, like some days I go to like the swimming pool with my little ones, so I get home quite late at night. So on those days, or you know, days of where, you know, my little ones have music class, or my husband has youth group he has to go to. Oh, let me go turn that off. I like to make simple things like spaghetti. Spaghetti is like one of my favorite go-tos because it's like one of my favorite little ones' dinners. So like regular basic spaghetti. Also just like basic tacos. My husband actually, he's been grilling up, like I've been finding like discounted steaks at the grocery store. So he's been like grilling up steaks a little bit more recently. He's done that a couple times this past month. Chicken. My husband will grill chicken occasionally, and he's been really getting good at grilling. So spaghetti, tacos, chicken noodle soup. That is like one of my go-to like easies. There's also quite a few recipes in here that are kind of this baked ziti. This is one of my major go-tos actually. So it's basically like spaghetti with Italian sausage. You could also do it with ground beef, but it bakes in the oven. It's extra cheesy. My little ones love it. This is easy. This one is also, you can make it into a freezer meal. So that's another thing with this cookbook. A lot of these recipes can be made into freezer recipes. Just like throw and go freezer recipes. Oh, this one is so good too. I made this one the other day. It's actually going to be in tomorrow's YouTube video. So delicious.
Let me take a break from the chat. A lot of people are asking, and you kind of just answered it, what your favorite recipes are.
Yeah.
And they wanted to see if the pages get dirty, can you wipe them down?
Oh, that's a good
because this is a cookbook to use with a lot of utility in.
Yeah. Here, let me. Here, do you want to get a paper towel? Okay,
Yeah,
I will show you. So if the pages get dirty, this is the front cover. Here's some bacon and onions.
How do you scoop this?
Oh, sure.
There.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
So there you go. The page is dirty. So I'm just going to wipe it clean. It just kind of wipes. There you go.
Look, a lot of people in the chat were asking, is this something you can actually use in your kitchen, lay flat?
Oh, so it lays flat. That's another thing that's like a big deal for me when I'm using a cookbook and it's like this and keeps going like this on me. Oh, it's tricky, you know? So that's why I made sure it was spiral bound, and I did an upgraded golden heavy duty like spiral on it. So it is like very, very good quality. Oh, here's another one of my favorite pages with like a bunch of different recipes on it with different recipe like page numbers. Anyway, just a beautiful, beautiful page. But yeah, it lays flat like this. So if you're in a middle of a recipe, like with these lentil potato burritos, it's going to lay flat and you're not going to have to worry about it. Oh, I'm good. You're not going to have to worry about it like, you know, shutting on yourself. Were there other questions from the chat, Will?
Hang on just a minute. Let me get hooked back up.
Yeah, so those are kind of, you know, so like I said, this cookbook is like full of dump and go, easy, minimal ingredient recipes. So they're very easy recipes with few ingredients, or you just dump them onto a baking sheet, dump the ingredients into a pot on the stove, as you saw. They're very easy like recipes, and there's over 150 recipes in this book. I am signing the first orders, so yeah. If shipping takes longer than expected, just know I'm probably signing your order. And then you're not just getting the cookbook, you are also getting my ingredient substitutions chart. So I like to keep this in my pantry. It's just different substitutions that are super helpful when you are, you know, making meals, or you want to make something and you don't have one of the ingredients on hand. I like to go back to this occasionally. So this is kind of my chart. And then also right now you are getting free shipping. So free shipping for all orders, US orders. We are working on Canada and the UK right now. So we don't quite have shipping to Canada and the UK, but we're getting there. Bill has a question.
I think two big use cases, questions for the cookbook are how some of the people don't want to make super large quantities.
Oh, that's a great
how
question.
are the quantities, you know, the servings are created for main recipes, and also are they freezer friendly? How do you work around with batch cooking a lot of these recipes in the cookbook?
Okay, great question. So for these recipes, I'd say they'd feed around 4 people, give or take. So like for some of the larger ones are like 4 to 6. If you do want to half the recipe, all of these recipes are very easy to half. So whether you're feeding just yourself, you could half the recipes, have a meal for yourself, and then have leftovers for the next day, or you could freeze a portion of it and, you know, reheat it in the microwave after it's cooked. Another thing you could do that I love doing is like for this easy to keto casserole. This is a great one if you want to make one up one night. If you want to make one in like an aluminum pan, stick it in your freezer for yourself or for a neighbor. Just a great easy dinner. So a lot of these can be made into freezer meals. Oh, like this one. This one freezes so well. This is one of those dinners that like, if we have too much of it, it freezes very easily. So great one. There's also like, I made sure to add like everything into this book. So there's recipes, if you are like dairy free or lower in dairy, I added some that like don't really require much dairy at all, if any. There's rice, there's some gluten free. They're like really easy to adapt. So if you are just eating for yourself or for 1 or 2 people, very easy to half these recipes, and then you could save some for lunch for yourself for the next day with a little bit of leftovers you might have, or freeze a serving for the next day. So great question. Other questions that you might be seeing, Will?
A lot of people are still asking about the digital version, which we will we will have available for those especially international viewers. Here in the next couple days, we'll email you out when it's ready. I apologize that we had it built and it broke on us last night. So,
yeah, it did break on us. We had a great digital, like, interactive book, but for some reason it just wasn't working. So like Will said, we're working on it. It should be perfected for you in the next couple days. I don't want to give you something that's not perfected. So yeah, but this is a physical book. This one, not the digital one, but this will go straight to your house, to your doorstep. Yeah, it is available today.
I think we have a lot of people excited about another giveaway too.
Oh, another giveaway. Okay, let me go check on the crisp. That probably needs to come out, and then maybe we'll do some more giveaways. Okay, I do have one question. So for one of the giveaways, I was thinking about doing like, what's it called? Portable, like a portable ice maker, or like one of those, countertop ice maker. That's because that's what I saw somebody comment that they wanted, was like a portable ice maker. So that was in the back of my mind. So just curious, let Will know in the chat if that is something that you would still want, a portable ice maker, if that's something you're interested in or not really. But let me grab some cream for this.
Excited about the idea of an ice maker.
Oh, really? Okay.
We also still had on there mixing bowl set and pots and pans set.
Yep. So I'm still, So maybe for the next one, so here is what the apple crisp looks like out of the oven. Oh, wow, everything's ready at the same time. 1 second. Let me come back over here. Oh, those nachos are looking really good. Okay, I'll take them out just so they don't burn. Let me grab my hot pad. That's one thing, when I'm making when you're making dinner and things are ready like all at the same time, sometimes it kind of just throws me off. But anyway, here is what the nachos are looking like. Oh, doesn't that look good? It looks and smells delicious. Woo! I'm going to bring it over here just so it doesn't, break the countertop. Look at that. Doesn't that just look amazing? So like I said, I normally make it with like purple red onions, and that adds more color to it. But anyway, can't find those onions right now in my fridge. Okay, or on my countertop. Here is what the crumble is looking like. Oh, just look at that. That smells and looks delicious. Ooh. It smells like a warm, cozy fall day. So this recipe is in the dessert section of my cookbook, of course. All of these recipes that we are making today are coming from my newest cookbook. So here we go. And then you could serve this with whipped topping like this, or you could serve it with a scoop of ice cream, or with nothing. Do you want to try this, Will?
You know I do.
Okay. It is a little bit hot, but... Okay. Amazing. Oh my goodness, he's so funny. Okay.
That was so good.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, that apple crisp. If you're getting my new cookbook, you need to make that this fall/winter. That is like a must-make recipe. Oh, I should also show you more desserts. Oh, look at that. Anyway, here's more desserts. Since I didn't really flip through the dessert section that much, I feel like I keep opening to like the same pages. Here, let me just flip through it like this so you could see above me. There's over 150 recipes in my new cookbook. Oh yeah, and also we were going to do a giveaway. Since I can't remember everything, I do have, okay. Oh, what is the theme of my new cookbook? And this will be for the ice maker. What is the theme of my newest cookbook? And while Will's getting in the chat, the answers, let's go through, just look through the recipes. So these are like all desserts. Oh, that is delicious. cinnamon roll cake. This is actually going to be in my YouTube video tomorrow. Oh, so good. These are good dump cakes.
All right.
This one's good.
Jamie Deniston-Merst answered correctly with dump and go. How many?
Yeah.
Was it one?
It's one for the ice maker, yes.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yep.
Jamie, I want to say.
Yeah, put in the chat, and then I do still have a couple more giveaways to go.
Jamie,
So
please email us at media@juliapacheco.com.
Okay, so now let's go over to the nachos, and we will look at the nachos. I guess, yeah, maybe I'll bring it over here. But yeah, right now with my cookbook, it is the lowest price that it will be. It has free shipping right now. Shipping, obviously, you know, it adds a lot. So having free shipping is really helpful for you guys. So it's free shipping. And then I am signing all the books. As long as you see it on my site that your book will be signed, it will be signed. Also, I do want to show you right here with this nacho recipe, and same with a bunch of other recipes in my book. This nacho, oh, I'll flip it around so you can see it, sorry. The nacho recipe has multiple images. So there's like a finished image, there's a few process images, so it's just great for visual learners, whether you are a new cook or you have, you know, been cooking for years and years. I made this cookbook for you. I really had you guys in mind when I was creating it. So anyway, here is what the nachos are looking like. As you see, there's like a little bit of barbecue sauce, lots of chicken. These are just like an easy weeknight dinner. I often forget about like nachos and how delicious nachos really are. So easy dinner. Do you want to try a nacho, Will?
Yeah.
Okay. He just went walking in the other room. Sorry, did I catch you at a bad time? No.
Nope, I was just grabbing a pen to keep organized.
Okay, so he's trying a barbecue.
My tongue is like on fire.
Oh no, you don't have to be trying
I'm
these
gonna
things.
try them. I love it. This is what I do all the time. My favorite part of the job.
Oh my gosh. It's good, huh?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I make these often, but I do different variations. So sometimes I don't do the bacon if I don't have bacon on hand, and I do a can of like drained and rinsed black beans. I do drained corn sometimes. I do way different variations of these nachos. But anyway.
It's so good.
It is really good.
Hot.
It's hot, but it's good. It's a good, easy dinner.
I'm sure the camera crew is going to want to devour all this
Yeah.
when we're done.
Oh, we're all about to feast. The reason I'm not eating it on camera, again, is just because I don't want to sound like my mouth is full of food or like, you know, has that weird sound. But, okay, I do have a couple more questions, but I do want to show my cookbook one more time before I go through the questions. So this is my cookbook. It's full of over 150 easy recipes. So there's, I think, like 160 or 170 total. There's a ton of recipes in this book. Every single recipe has a high quality colored photo or multiple photos. A lot of the recipes do have multiple photos. A lot of them just have simple ingredients. A lot of the recipes are also on the affordable side. So you're not spending tons of money. You know, there is fish recipes in this book. If you're looking for fish recipes, there's also, you know, just lots of different variations, sheet pan meals, casseroles, slow cooker meals, breakfast, sides, salads, dips. I added it all into this book. I'm just so excited for you guys to see it. Anyway, I do have it at the lowest price that it will be right now. It is $29, but you do get free shipping. Shipping is obviously quite a lot of money, so it's free shipping right now. And then I am signing your book order as long as it says on the page that your book will be signed. It will be signed, and then, yeah, you are also getting my ingredient substitution chart. This is a digital chart that you will be getting with your order, just as a freebie, as like a thank you for, you know, the support. I really am so thankful for your guys' love and support. Before we do this last giveaway, I do want to ask Will if there are any more questions. Anybody ask a question that Will might have skipped or accidentally skipped, I should say. Any missed questions, add them to the chat. Any new questions, add them to the chat. And then, oh, these are like some of my favorite pages. See, like the chopped chicken salad is right here. You got the potato, like, and then you just open to the page number. So 32 is where you'll find the chopped chicken salad. So just turn to page 32. It's just a fun cookbook. It's great for gifts at this time of year. I have a wonderful bundle going on.
All right. A lot of people are asking about the dump and go and few ingredient part, like the whole theme of it.
Oh yeah.
And how that all works together for all the recipes. Are there breakfast? Are there slow cooker?
Yeah. So that's a great question. So they're not dump and go and few ingredient. They're either dump and go. So like this, the barbecue chicken nachos were like dump and go, I'd consider. I'm sure a lot of you guys would consider too, but since you just dump the ingredients basically onto the sheet pan and you go. So they're either dump and go or few ingredient. Like this crumble was also dump and go. You just throw certain ingredients into a bowl and then a baking dish and then you go. So very simple ingredients, or they are few ingredient. So either dump and go or few ingredient, but they're not dump and go and few ingredient. So they either, you either dump the ingredients into your baking dish, into your slow cooker, into your sheet pan casserole dish as a dessert, or they just have a few ingredients in it. Like this budget-friendly potato soup, for example, it just has 3 ingredients in it total. So this is considered a few ingredient recipe. Also, you'd probably consider that one a dump and go as well. Microwave garlic potatoes, that is a total time saver if you want a delicious side dish, And then I'd consider these like dump and go. So that's where I get like the dump and go few ingredient from. This is a wonderful question that you asked. So thanks for asking it. So that's kind of where I get it from. They're like recipes that I have simplified over the years. I have made a lot of these recipes a lot simpler by just making them easier. A lot of the time you don't need to do crazy complicated steps with ingredients. You can make them simple and they could be just as delicious. Do you see other questions?
Julia, some people are asking where your lentil recipes are at.
Oh, in the cookbook.
Yeah. If you have any in the cookbook, I think we have a lot of meatless viewers that love adapting new recipes.
Okay, so I made quite a few. I made sure to add lentil recipes for my friends. So I do have a meatless section. So here's my meatless section. There are also other meatless recipes in this book, not in the meatless section, just because I added them to like the one pot section. But like here's my lentil salsa tacos, and I will find another. Oh, this one's quinoa. Rice and bean enchiladas, lentil potato burritos or wraps, however you'd like to call them. Those went like viral a little while ago. So yeah, I have quite a few lentil recipes, quite a few meatless options. Like this butter chicken casserole is very affordable to make. Chicken and wild rice casserole. A lot of these recipes are very affordable. Yeah. Other questions, Will?
They are asking about, did you dedicate the cookbook to anyone in particular?
Oh, I did. So I dedicated it to my family and you guys, my viewers. So when I was thinking about who to dedicate this cookbook to, all I could think about was you guys, because I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys, truthfully. Since I do have dyslexia, reading and writing is just really hard for me. So I would have never thought that I would be writing a cookbook, but since your guys' love and support, telling me in the comments, to write a book, write a second cookbook, write a book about few ingredient recipes, write a book about dump and go recipes. So that is what made me think of you guys when I was dedicating this book. So it's to my family and to you guys. So thanks for your support. Do you have another question before I ask the last couple questions?
Yeah, I think we should almost get into the next giveaway.
Okay.
This one was actually for me. What is your husband's favorite recipe in the book?
Oh, do you want it?
I'm going to come turn to it.
Okay.
It is in...
It is hard with Will. So whenever I make something, he's always like, oh, this is my favorite. And I'm always like, I don't know what is like his actual favorite, you know?
This cookbook's way bigger than the last one. I got to get to it.
Yeah, this cookbook is huge and it is heavy. It is a massive book.
The Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes. Can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has.
I mean, I can't pick a favorite really. That's one of probably my 50 favorites. It's always changing, and I'm always like, "What was that?" And then she makes something new. I'm like, "That's my new favorite." Like that right there is what it's all about.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
It's always changing. I mean, I can tell you, I've eaten every recipe in this book probably multiple times, and I do it all over again. So.
Well, yeah, they're good recipes.
You're an amazing cook. I love you.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah, Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes. This one is a good one. It's made with ground beef, onion, peppers, mushrooms, and then like some sauces. So it's basically like an easy dump and go recipe. But so for the next question, how many cookbooks have I published total?
Oh,
so
are we into another question?
That's for you, Will. How many?
Oh, I was just getting back set up.
And that
All right.
one is for a mixing bowl set, a pretty mixing bowl set, or 2 if there are 2 winners at the moment. Do you see any winners?
A lot of people need this one.
Oh.
Okay, DER/L. Congratulations, you won a mixing bowl set. You were correct with 2. Dawn Meslin, you were correct with 2. And I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna grab one from below because of the lagging.
Oh, it is. It's the lag, yeah.
All right, Beth Dunyan, you were also correct with 2. So congratulations, mixing bowl set. Please email media@juliapacheco.com with mixing bowl set as a subject line, and we will get that out to you.
Okay, and then I have a really hard question. And this one is going to be for, what should this one be for, Will? Maybe we'll do another slow cooker. Ooh, maybe, yeah, we'll do another.
It's either slow cooker or pots and pans.
Oh, pots and pans, that's what it was for, pots and pans. I can't believe I forgot. So this last one is for pots and pans. And this one's a kind of a weird question, but how old am I? Can you guys guess how old I am? Do you see any coming in, Will?
For how old you are?
Yeah, how old am I? You know, I had to think about that one myself. Yes. Will just asked me.
I didn't just ask her. I was just.
Do you see the correct answer?
All
this
right.
one is for a pots and pan set. My favorite pots and pan set.
Oh, okay. I see it. I got to see who answered it first.
Okay.
The Katie Cat is correct. Julia is 27.
Oh, yep, I'm 27. So I started making my cooking videos, I think when I was 21, so right after I had my first daughter. And I thought I was old when I was 21, but anyway,
So,
little did I know I was
Cat,
like a child.
Congratulations, you won a pots and pan set. Please
Pots and
email
pan
us
set,
at
okay.
media@juliapacheco.com with pots and pans as the subject line.
All right, well, before we go, I do want to thank you guys for being here on the chat with me today, or on the live video with me today. I know I don't make a lot of live videos, but let me know if you want to see more. I would love if you shared this video with your friends. And if you haven't checked out my cookbook, this is my second cookbook. It is full of like dump and go or few ingredient recipes. So very easy, simple recipes. Thank you guys so much for being here. The cookbook is linked in the description box, or you could find it on the website. I am signing the first orders, and then you're also getting free shipping and my digital ingredients chart. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for my friends, my film crew helping me. Thanks Ron and James, and thanks to my husband Will for asking the questions. I am so thankful for you guys. I will see